Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? I hope everybody had a great weekend. We're looking forward to the holiday this week. If you celebrate that, it could be friends and family giving. It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving, but it can be a good time. So I hope everybody has an awesome um, Thanksgiving. I hope you get to spend time with your family, your friends. I hope that you get to eat something great, get your bellies full. I'm definitely going to be doing some cooking and taking some meals out to some less fortunate. Definitely going to do that. I've always wanted to do that, so I'll be doing that this week. Um, I can't eat all the food, and I'm not going to have that many leftovers. So I'll feed whoever comes over, and I'll definitely take a few meals out to some less fortunate people. And everybody should help at least one person if they can. So let's remember to help people out here, people. That's the lifestyles way. That's what God would want us to do, um, is to help our fellow man. Hey, Kenyatta, thank you for coming in tonight. Hello. Welcome to Lifestyles. Make sure you like the video, share the video out. If you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, I promise. Um, we do all sorts of things. We cook, we do live chili videos that everybody seemed to like yesterday. And by the way, everybody, the chili was awesome. I loved it. I didn't do a bowl tonight. I skipped chili tonight. I may do it again tomorrow, possibly. So you saw what I just posted. I had a breakfast dinner tonight. So I did eggs with spinach in them, with side of sausage and some English muffins. And that was, since I didn't eat breakfast this morning, that was my breakfast dinner this evening. So that's what I decided to have. So, yeah. So I hope everybody comes on in and make sure you, like I said, hit that like button. Um, where are you at? I know I had a few new subscribers over the weekend. If this is the first time or second time you're watching Lifestyles with Eric, I truly appreciate your support. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Like I said, you're definitely family. You're not just a subscriber. We appreciate you over here. And if you ever have a topic or something like that you'd like to discuss, always reach out to me and let me know, and we can try to get it on the chopping board, and we can definitely talk about it. So yeah, let me know. Let me know. Where's all my family at? We've got one in, and that's it. So I'm gonna wait a little while and see who comes in. If not, we'll just get to talking. But trying to wait to see who comes in. And are you cooking? Is everybody cooking? Who's cooking? Who is cooking? Hey, what's going on? How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in tonight. I appreciate you. It's Harmony. All righty. Come on in. Come on in. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Make sure you like the video, share the video out. We're just going to try to fill this chat up a little bit, and then we'll talk. We'll definitely get to the topic at hand. Who's cooking tonight? I mean, I'm sorry, not tonight. Who's cooking this week? Is anybody cooking, or are you going over somebody's house and are they cooking? Are you taking a dish? Um, I'm going to try something different. I've always loved oyster dressing, so I'm going to definitely try some oyster dressing, and I'm going to see how that comes out too. I got some smoked oysters, and I'm going to put that in my dressing. So we'll see. We'll see how that comes out. Okay, great, Kenyatta. Great. I'm sure they'll enjoy your cooking, um, and you'll have them coming back for seconds or maybe thirds. So that's cool. That is cool. Wow, this is a small audience tonight. I'm shocked. I'm trying to figure out where everybody's at. Um, we're about, let's see, we're just 5 minutes in. We'll see. We will see who comes in tonight on short notice. But I appreciate everybody that has came in. The Jeffrey Epstein files are being kind of released. I don't know what to think about that. It's all about the victims at the end of the day, the surviving victims. I'm looking forward to time off too. Definitely, I enjoy cooking. That's just a hobby of mine. But the time off is absolutely good. Yes, I'm looking forward to those few days off. Yep, I've already done my yard work again. Did some more leaves and got my yard cleaned up a little bit better. So I feel good about that. I'm not going to mess with that again this week. Hopefully, I'm done with leaves and cutting grass. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, but yeah, the time off is always good. We definitely need that time off for sure. Mm-mm-mm. Well, you know what? I'm not going to wait on everybody to come in. If they miss it, they miss it. They'll just have to piggyback on, I guess once I get off. But let's talk about these badass kids, okay? Um, and it looks like we've got several badass kids. Um, what happened? We always talk about parenting. I'm always talking about, people having accountability. When is there going to be some accountability for fucked up parenting? When you're a fucked up parent and you don't care shit about your kids because they're just doing what they want to do, running amok. Hey Heather, thanks for coming in tonight. Um, when they're just out running amok, raising themselves, um, what do we do? Shouldn't that parent be accountable for if those children are getting in trouble or bullying people or harassing and causing havoc in their community? Absolutely. We always like to say it takes a village, but the first thing it takes is parenting. Once you get the parenting in order, then the village can definitely assist, but the village cannot raise your child. Um, they just can't because that's your child has to have some sort of substance inside of them so that the village can assist with your child. But if they don't, such as these young ladies and little boys that I saw running around in Chicago, with all due respect, um, they'll grow up to be little fucking menaces and end up in prison. And it's hurtful because this is absolutely our future. And, I'm getting older. These are middle school children. So these are children that could possibly be running the world, or not running the world, or causing havoc in the world like they're doing their communities. um, I'm so disappointed on what I saw. I've watched a few of this video of this 33-year-old woman, um, with sickle cell anemia, by the way, that's pregnant, by the way, with a 9-year-old son, by the way. Um, yeah, uh, I didn't like the videos that I saw. It was very hurtful, to see young children being so disrespectful and having no humanity or compassion for this pregnant woman. Um, so I don't know if she has, along with the sickle cell anemia, she may walk funny. I don't know, but they were calling her Shamar. I guess the young man that has went viral several times on the internet that has uh, something wrong with his spine. So they were calling her Shamar. They were being very, very disrespectful. Um, it's very unfortunate to see kids who haven't been on earth very long pick up those types of habits. But we do have to remember that children are sponges. And when you say and do certain things around children, they're going to repeat those things. I want to know what type of raising their parents have been doing the last 9, 10 years. Because these kids are middle school kids or 11, 12 years old. You know, they're not um, teenagers. Okay. They're kids. Um, so, again, I want to know what's going on with the parenting. What are these women or parents in Chicago doing? What are these mothers in Chicago doing? The ones with these, badass kids. So what I've heard is that these children have been harassing their neighborhoods. This is not the first time they've done this. And guess what? I found another story where these same children harassed an adult man, 21 years old, by the name of Sean Brown. And guess what? He has a disorder. He has autism, and really kind of hurtful because they chased this young man. He's 21 years old. They're kids, okay? And they chased this young man. He had went to the store for his mom. Um, and what he said is that I might be slow, but I had enough common sense not to beat up those little kids or not to put my hands on those little kids. That's how much common sense he had. And he didn't do that. They absolutely don't have any parenting skills, none at all. But to jump on a young man with autism to beat up a pregnant mother, what the fuck is wrong with these kids? What are I'm not raising them. What are they raising? What are they raising? Hellstar Helliers? I mean, they're demons. Why? I'm sorry. Those kids have to be accountable as well, and parents. I saw that. She was smirking, and yeah, one of the children had well, the mothers had a BS apology, and the little girl was smirking, and she was saying how she got straight, she had good grades and all that. I don't give a shit what that little girl gets. She should have thought about that. And they all should be held accountable, whether you put them in juvenile for a couple of years or something. What if they would have unalived that young lady's unborn baby? What if that would have happened? Then we'd be talking about something different. Chicago has gotten out of hand. I have an aunt that lives there. She has an apartment building that she owns and lives in there. And it is horrible there. I'm sorry. The city has gotten out of hand, with all due respect. It has to be some control put back into Chicago. Because at this point, people are afraid to visit there. They just had a shooting at the Christmas tree lighting. I mean, this is ridiculous. Or downtown, it was downtown, about 6 or 7 teenagers, all under 18 years old. Guess what color they were? Yeah, you guessed it. And I am sick of that too. If not we, because I'm not raising them, but if these people would raise their children correctly, then we wouldn't have this to talk about. We wouldn't be talking about, these young black kids out running amok. Their parents aren't raising them. They're just doing what they want to do. They're out, with guns and stuff like that, and bullying and harassing people. I mean, again, folks, we got to have accountability. And if it's our own, we need to check our own. If it's our own, we need to check them. We need to check them. We got to check them. Period. We got to check our own. Hey, what's going on, Cash? That for you. All righty. Reality check. It says in the house. Yeah, but if it's our people, we have to check our people. We don't want anybody else checking us, although it is what it is, but we should check our own. If this is our community that's doing this, then we need to check these parents, because they're parents. So we need to check the parents and find out what's going on in their home. Yeah. But the village can't raise your kids. That's the only thing. There's still somewhat of a village, but the village just cannot raise your kids. They can't raise the kids for you. You have got to raise your own kids for real. Because if not, somebody will put a bullet to one of them little kids. How about that? And that's the sad part of all this. Somebody could hurt those kids. Those kids could get hurt real bad putting their hands on an adult that they think is vulnerable. You got a lady with sickle cell anemia with a 9-year-old son trying to protect his mother's stomach because they were fighting a pregnant woman that could go in active labor and lose her child. So there again, somebody needs to go into those homes and find out what's going on with these fucking parents. I'm serious. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's not funny. I know that teasing people and things like that is funny, and people go viral for that type of stuff now, but it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It is not funny at all. They're going down the wrong path, and their moms and dads are letting and allowing them to go down the wrong paths. It's funny to them. They're videotaping. Hell, they got cell phones, probably got better phones than you and I. So yeah, absolutely. What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Big Dog? I appreciate you coming in. Right on, man. What's your opinion on this, though? Should the parents be accountable for these badass kids and the kids out here bullying grown-ups? Should they be accountable because they're the parents and the kids are the kids? Tell me what you think about that. I mean, this is a little unusual. I don't really see that too. I haven't heard about some little kids bullying grown people. I have not seen anything like that. I've seen adults robbing little kids, which is crazy, on bus stops and stuff like that, but never little kids chasing down an adult man and beating him up. I mean, come on, who does that shit? I mean, kids have no respect for elders at all anymore. They don't. And those are the parents that don't need kids, okay? If the parents think it's fucking funny, then they don't need kids. They need to give those kids to somebody that's going to take better care of them. Because that's what's crazy. It's like people call kids blessings, but they fuck up their blessings. Can I say that? Can we be honest? Can we say that kids can be a blessing, but you can fuck up your blessing by not raising them right and making them be a fucked up person in society? And they're our burden later in life. They're our burden because they're in prison, or they might get. I wish that people would let their kids not have any social media, take their kids off of social media, or not give their kids social media for until they're 17 years old or something, 16 years. I really think kids should stay off of social media until they're damn near 18. I think if you did that, they'd come up a lot better. I really, really, really agree with that one. Now that I've been around it now and I understand it, my kids are adults now. They would have not had any social interaction until they were damn near 18, and they would have been so much better. There's so many things pulling at our kids, but again, if you're not going to raise your kids, somebody else can raise them. But sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late to step in and help somebody with their kids because they're too far gone. I'm sorry, they're too far gone, and they're going to tell you just like you're their stepfather. You're not my father, or whatever. Or you're not my mother. I agree. I agree with the TV shows, the music. Everything is so influential now to kids and younger people. They think and emulate everything they see on TV. Sometimes, Heather, yeah, sometimes. Let's see. We all snuck, but I think sometimes you can go beyond the point of sneaking and doing something that your parents don't approve of. And I think this goes with that. That's a great comment, but I think that kind of goes what we're talking about kind of goes way over. That goes way over doing what mom and dad don't approve of. You're bullying grown people. You're kicking a pregnant woman. That's way past just being a little facetious, just being a little bad. Mom and dad won't know. I think that goes a little further than that. When you're chasing adult men down the street that have autism, that takes it way further than mom. I'm just sneaking around, just being a little sneaky. That takes it a little further than that. And this is extreme because we don't normally hear kids doing things like this. So this is deeper than just sneaking around doing something your mom and dad don't want you to do. You absolutely know this is wrong. But if you're raised in a jungle environment where every people are shooting and killing, which there's a lot of that in Chicago, then maybe your environment has a lot to do with who you are as a person. I know it had a lot to do with me, honestly speaking. My environment had a lot to do with the way and the person that I am right now. Period. It definitely molded me and it changed me. Some good, some bad. But environment definitely has a lot to do with the system as a whole, the kids as a whole. If they're in a ghetto or impoverished, let's not say ghetto, let's say impoverished area, then and parents are impoverished and then have that mentality, I can say ghetto mentality, then they may end up badass fucking kids with fucked up ass parents that fucked up their blessing from God. That's what I say. Yeah, they have every device that man has made, and they have better devices than us. They can reach the internet faster than us. They can shoot the better videos. They can take the better pictures, and they have more access to internet, and they want to go viral for anything. They'll smack the shit out of an old lady on a school bus. I mean, on a bus, and nobody will help her. They'll videotape it and go viral because they smack the shit out of an old lady, and that's funny to younger people sometimes. Yeah, the media. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. The things they're exposed to, the things they're listening to, um, the agendas that the media is pushing on our children, the access that they have to the television, the internet. That's all affecting our children. But the number one thing is parenting. Let's not forget the number one thing first before all that other shit. Parent your child, okay? Because this is what I'm talking about. Parent your child, or they'll be chasing grown-ups down the street. And what if a grown-up pulls out a gun and shoots one of those little badass kids? That's what you have to worry about. So let's parent our kids, please. If you got little kids and you need to know what they're doing, you need to be raising your little kids. Raise them right, please. Get them back in church. That has a lot to do with everything. Kids aren't in church anymore. Parents don't make their kids go to church anymore. Grandparents don't make their kids go to church anymore. That has a lot to do with everything too. When they're younger parents, yeah. And we've been saying that for years. That's why I feel that a younger parent should definitely get assistance from older people, some OG parents. They need OG people around them to help them maneuver life, having kids with them being kids themselves. Because if not, again, you've fucked up a good thing. You've fucked up something that was a blessing that has now turned into a menace. Okay. So let's just not do that. Let's get help where it's neat, where we can get help at. Let's get back to parenting our kids and stop blaming people and getting on the news and actually smirking and acting like it was okay to bully a woman with sickle cell anemia and pregnant. Wow. How low can you go? We never beat up retarded people or pregnant women, or I'm sorry, people with learning disabilities, or you never did anything like that. That was off limits. You don't do those things. I like to think positive, though. I don't want to say we're doomed because that's speaking negativity into the atmosphere. But that's your opinion, and I respect it. Hi, Vivian. I'm going to pray that we're not doomed, and I hope that things get better. I pray that things get better. I don't know who's going to take care of us. I'm praying that one of my kids or all of my kids take care of me. I would hope they'd come together as a collective to take care of their dad. But, I don't know. I just pray that happens. I pray that happens. In the meanwhile, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. It's been a good conversation. I appreciate everybody's opinion. For all the first timers that came in tonight, thank you. I appreciate you and your opinion. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you for the support. Excuse me. Gas from the chili. That's why I didn't eat chili tonight. So anyway, thanks for coming in tonight. Lifestyles with Eric. Like, share, subscribe. If you're not a subscriber of Lifestyles with Eric, boom, hit that subscribe button. Your family after you do that, okay? All righty. We'll see you all Wednesday. We're going to do a live. I'm going to do a Thanksgiving live too, where I'll be doing some cooking. And I know you guys like the cooking videos. So let's get back on it for Thanksgiving dinner. And I'll be doing some Thanksgiving lives, okay? All righty. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.